Alright, so you just learned two methods to add items to an array. Now let's look at how we can remove items from an array. Just like adding items to an array, JavaScript gives us two methods to remove items from an array. The two methods for removing an item from an array are the pop and shift method. The pop method is similar to the push method, but instead of pushing an item to the end of an array, it pops it off or removes the last item at the end of the array, so to speak. The shift method, on the other hand, works just like the unshift method, except that instead of adding an item to the beginning of an array, we are removing the first item from our array. Now, let's look at a live example of how we can use the pop and shift method to alter the items of an array. So we got our program here, and I'm going to start off with the shift method. In this bracket here, I'm going to add the actual array item that I want to remove from an array. So if I add in 0 here, it's actually going to remove the first item of an array and get rid of it. So all of a sudden our items will be shifted downwards. And you'll see what I mean once we preview this work. We can now see that the second item has turned into the first item since we are removing the first item from the array. Now we can also use the pop method to pop off the last item of our array. For this method, we don't need to type anything in here, but what we are going to need to do is print out our other 4 items just so we can see that we are actually popping off the last item in our array. Remember that. The pop method pops off the last item in an array. So in order to demonstrate this, we have to actually print that string to the screen. And once we pop it off, we won't have anything to really store in that array. So we get an undefined message. So using both the pop and the shift method, you can take items from your array from either the beginning or the end. Now that you learned how to add and remove items from an array, it's time to work further with arrays.